Hey monkeys, how you doing? Damien Keys here. So you've got your music mixed and mastered and you want to get it on Spotify, but unlike YouTube and SoundCloud, there's no direct way to upload your music. You need a DSP, a digital service provider. But what is that? And which is the right one for you? So you may have done some research into DSPs, digital service providers. They're kind of the middleman that gets your music onto these digital platforms like Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Apple Music, and all of them offer something slightly different. So today I've picked 4 of the biggies and going through some of the pros and some of the cons so that you can decide which one is the best for you. So firstly, we're going to look at TuneCore. TuneCore is probably the biggest and most popular and one you've probably heard of. Now with TuneCore, you're paying for an upload and storage fee. So for example, if you want to upload a single, it's $10. If you want to upload 2 or more songs, it's $30. Whether you upload 2 or whether you upload 22, you pay $30 for that privilege. And so you're paying for the upload fee and also storage. And then what it does is every single year that your song/songs are uploaded, you pay that fee. So you put one song up there and you've paid your $10. Next year, it'll say, still up there, it'll take the $10 again. If not, it'll take the music down. So effectively, you're paying for storage as well as the upload, and that storage is the ongoing annual fee. Now, whilst it takes that money every year it's up there, it doesn't take any of the royalty split. So the royalties are 100% yours, and the royalties will come every month, as will a report, and the report is pretty hefty and pretty good. Number 2, let's look at AWAL, Artists Without a Label. Now AWAL is set up slightly more like a record label than the other DSPs, and it does offer you some privileges that some of the other DSPs don't offer. Now there's no upload fee and there's no storage fee, so therefore you don't have to pay to get your music onto these platforms, but they will take 15% commission. They'll take 15% of any of the money that's made, which, let's face it, is not a crazy amount considering they're effectively acting like the label. Now, not so much at the beginning, but as you start to put music on there and you start to actually get a bit of traction, one of the things they do is they help you to get onto playlists, which, as we're aware, is pretty hard. Now, they won't promise anything and you might not get anything, but that is something that they are working towards. They are working to get your music out there because, again, they're taking a cut. So the more your music is out there, the more it's listened to, the more money they get. So effectively, like a label, there is a little bit more help with the promotion than some of the other DSPs. So with AWAL, like any label, you do have to apply. You can't just go straight through them to upload onto platforms, but they are there for you. And so if you do apply and get accepted, it is a really great DSP and they are there to look after their artists. Now, I've not uploaded to AWAL, but I have got many friends and bands that have uploaded to AWAL. Now, it does sound fantastic because you're talking about words like record label instead of distribution service. So it all sounds very, very exciting. But don't forget, just as the positives, there are negatives. And just like any label, they want to see some momentum from you. So it's not as simple as just saying they can do all of the hard work. They have got lots of links and lots of ways to help, but it's still up to you to get that momentum. And don't think just because you're signing up to this slightly, and we're talking slightly more labeled version of a DSP, you ain't signing to EMI or Sony. You are still signing to a DSP that's there to put your music online, and they will take a 15% cut. Number 3, DistroKid, and between you and me, DistroKid is probably my favorite. It's my choice when I'm recommending a DSP to bands who want to get their music uploaded. And the reason for that is because A, it's the cheapest or the best value for money. It's $20 per year and you can have unlimited uploads. It's got great reporting system. The guy who owns it, I think's a drummer. I've read many articles by him and with people who recommend DistroKid, and I've got many friends who have uploaded using DistroKid. Everyone's got good things to say, and I think a big part of that is because the infrastructure of this company are musicians. They understand the struggle, and the guy who owns it, I think, is one of those people, and I just think he's a good guy from what I've seen. So I think he's got his heart in the right place, and the company is there to help and support new music. I'm sure the others are, but I just like that. I just think it's really, really cool. The other thing that they do really, really well is they help with covers, getting covers uploaded legally. Now, if you've ever tried to upload a cover onto Spotify, it's a pain uploading covers. but DistroKid will really help and support you get your cover song up legally, which is, for me, is a massive bonus. Number 4, and lastly, CD Baby, another colossal powerhouse when it comes to getting your music online with these DSPs. Now, CD Baby offer a one-off fee, $50 for an album, $13 for a single, but then they take a cut of 9% after iTunes has taken its 30%. So you're paying a one-off upfront fee and you're paying royalties. So a bit more expensive than the other DSPs, but again, a big powerhouse that a lot of you musicians like to use, and a big part of that is because they are part of the system. They've been there for a long time and they have a lot of systems set up in place, including some really good ways of royalty collection. So in conclusion, you've got CD Baby. In my opinion, it's quite expensive, it's quite slow and quite fiddly, but you do get some good perks with CD Baby. Then you've got AWAL. AWAL has a lot of perks, but it is quite slow and quite expensive. But again, you are paying for those perks that you might get, which could be very, very handy. Then after that, you've got DistroKid, the cheapest, the easiest, and the quickest for getting stuff online, in my opinion. My personal choice if I'm recommending a DSP. And then after that, you've got TuneCore, another powerhouse. TuneCore is really, really good, depending on what you want. Good reporting lines, good track history, good service provider. So it's up to you of how you want to upload and whether you're trying to balance the math of whether you should upload with a one-off fee or whether you should give away a bit of a percentage. Usually it's a bit of a muchness. And let's face it, if you're giving away 9% or 15% versus whether you pay $50 or $20, it is a bit of a muchness until you start selling 10, 15, 20,000 copies on iTunes, or you're getting 1 million listens on Spotify. But it's all food for thought. Again, for me personally, it's DistroKid, but I would love your thoughts. If you've uploaded using any of those 4 or any others and you think I should know about it, you think I should get your insight into uploading via these DSPs or any other, I need you to comment below, because I'm giving this advice to musicians practically on a daily basis. I get asked this question. So, which is the best DSP provider for you? Which have you used? What's the worst one been? Leave your comments below and maybe we'll do a follow-up video on this soon. But otherwise, if you can like, subscribe, share this, because we're doing this pretty much every day. My job is to help musicians like you, and this community is there to help bands and musicians. So if you can like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.